You guys mind? Would you guys mind if I put on just the dumbest possible BGM today? Sorry, I was like, did anybody else get that like recommendation for like that one video or of the Beatles in Ocarina of Time? And it's just like surely okay. Surely some of you must have gotten this, right? Like enough of you think about Zelda often enough that no, you haven't? I don't know. I it was one of those videos that YouTube was like, we're going to serve it to you over and over until you watch it. You know when you have like something that the algorithm really, really, really thinks that you want to see, and then you're like, no, 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 and then eventually you're like, okay, fine. This was like one of those. I was just listening to it before stream. Somebody made the entire Ocarina of Time soundtrack if the Beatles made it with sentence mixing, no AI. It's it's something. It's something. People are still making nonsense the old-fashioned way. To be fair, I got Untrapped YouTube on Chrome, so it doesn't show me any recommendations. He has never been recommended anything ever. Ever. Let me turn on the light. Is there a light to turn on? Is it this button? Yes, okay. There we go. I'm sorry if this is loud. I don't know what volume it's at right now. This is what I'm talking about. It's just this. And they did it for the entire soundtrack. This video is like an hour and a half long. An hour and 23 minutes of just Beatles sentence mixed on top of Ocarina of Time. Like, that was just what I was listening to while I was eating dinner. Alright, let's see. Here we go. Hello. 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 Yes. Hello. 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 But yes, good evening to Panis. And good evening to Beba. And good evening to Hickory. I do have an actual bottle of like non-sparkling water with me today. This is not sparkling. This is dull water. I have dull water with me today. And good evening to Uphill. And good evening to Robert. And good evening to Hickory. And also Hickory on YouTube as well. And good evening to Baxter Crook. There we go. Sorry. Okay, there we go. The water's boring, but will hydrate you nonetheless. Yeah, it's dull water. It's boring water. It's unsparkling water. It's matte water. There we go. It is flat. Here we go. Let me actually grab the things I need to make the things that I was making. Oh, no, I left the box on the shelf. Hold on, I'm gonna have to get up and get it. I was like, oh yeah, surely I have everything right here where I need it. False. False. Hold on. Can I move this? Okay. I didn't think this through very well. It's fine. We can live like this, I think. Probably. Probably. Eggy saved the ocarina. Did I? Is that the point of Ocarina of Time? I'm not 100% sure that that's the point of Ocarina of Time. But now there's going to be Ocarina of Time, but with way more polygons in it. We're getting that. We're getting that at a time, eventually. I don't know. I'm like, I don't want to talk about this direct. It didn't have Ace Attorney 7. I didn't have Ace Attorney 7. So I don't want to talk about it. They said there would be Ace Attorney 7! And there was no Ace Attorney 7! How are we supposed to survive without Ace Attorney 7? Hold on, the Beatles are in my ear a little too loud. Here we go. Truly heartbroken. I remember I saw one tweet that was like, with every new game announcement, it's like, maybe Ace Attorney 7 takes place in a dark castle. I don't know, it's not like there's nothing to be excited about. Like, what was there? There was something. There was something that was announced, and I was like, oh, that's cool. I don't remember what it was. It would be nice if I could remember what it was. Evidently, it didn't leave enough of an impression, as much as the lack of Ace Attorney. When was the last new Ace Attorney? The last mainline game was in 2016. And the last, like, new installment, if you count, like, Great Ace Attorney, the last, like, installment was 2017. Yeah, 2017. And then it had a re-release in 2021, which is why it seems newer, but yeah, there hasn't actually been new Ace Attorney content since 2017. And mainline, it's been like a full decade. It's been a full decade. Is this Link Breaks Pox to Beatles music? This is the Beatles in Ocarina of Time. Hold on, I'm gonna link it just because it's silly enough. It's just that silly. It's just Beatles sentence mixed on top of Ocarina of Time. Spirit of Justice 2016. Yep, 2016. That was the last one. We're waiting. We're waiting. Finished my Ace Attorney 2 revisit on bus yesterday, and I forgot you have to use the mic at the end. Wait, really? I'm trying to remember. Do you? Maybe. I guess you have to play Ace Attorney on stream first before they'll announce Ace Attorney 7. And I have to beat the game. And I have to voice act the whole thing. I mean, technically I've done it before. I did it before, like a few years ago for Christmas. But I don't know, like Ace Attorney is one of those games, I guess if I did it with friends, but like that's a big commitment. It was enough of a commitment to just to get like a few people together to do one case. It's like, how do you commit to that for like a long time? That's like a lot of streams. And like, cause like what? A case is about 6 hours, but that's like 6 hours of normal person playtime, right? It's normal person playtime. Like, that's not counting, like, streamer time where you yap and do things slowly and take a break and, you know, stop to talk to chat or to be like, wow, thank you for sprouting. Thank you for your subscription. Like, that's not accounting for that. But, yeah. I want Ace Attorney. Hold on, I'm just gonna go grab the box before I do anything else. Ugh. Yeah, I think I just like hastily put all the stuff. Oh, I guess now that I'm sitting at this angle, I could probably carefully try to move this out of the way. Ugh. Oh no, that's gonna cause bad things to happen. Hold on. I didn't think this through. Now the keyboard's stuck here. The keyboard's stuck. I can't move it without moving the camera, but that's gonna cause more bad things to happen. Ah! Yes. Hello, Romeo. Good evening. Ah! It's fine. I'll just have to, like, make the best use of my space. Can't move the stream deck. I need that here, too. Nah! But yeah, I don't know. It was, I'm sure there's other things other people liked in the Direct, I guess. I don't know. Fire Emblem was cool. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I'd buy a Switch for Fire Emblem. Maybe. I could. I don't know if I would. But, like, that's cool. Bobeba, what are your thoughts on new Fire Emblem? That's interesting, I think. People like that. I like that. Fire Emblem is nice. I don't know, I'm trying to think. There's gotta be something else that I was like, yeah, during the Direct. But I don't know, I was just fixated on how it all was in Ace Attorney. Ooh. Let's see. She's too sad that the collector's edition sold out instantly. I mean, it's a pre-release. It's a pre-order, right? So surely they'll, like, restock it, right? Think? Okay, hold on. I'm pulling out my pieces. Because I'm trying to remember where we were at last time. I remember where we were at. Where were we at last time? Oh, what if I just, like, angle the camera? There we go. There we go. Now we can actually see things. I've learned to never expect Nintendo to do logical things. That's true. Didn't they, like, drop, like, big Star Fox news, like, on, like, a Thursday afternoon with no prior notice or something like that? I'm sure they can probably... They can do something like that for Ace Attorney, I guess. Let's see. Okay, so we finished the river last time, and then we did the crossing. So we were done this. I think we were going on to step 18. 18. So I think I'm probably going to move these out of the way just so we can, like, make better use of what little space we have. Is this broken? No, it's not. I don't know. Okay. We're good. How do you think you're done with the kit? Okay, so I am on step... Okay, here's the thing I learned. So this thing has... It was something like 31 steps, technically. However, all steps are not created equal. So some steps take longer and some steps take less time, right? So it's really hard to say how far along I am. I guess you could say I'm about halfway. But, like, for all I know, the rest, like, you know, every step from, like, 19 to 31 might take, like, 2 seconds. So, it's hard to say. It's really hard to say. It's been a while since I did this. It's been a while since I touched it. So I'm like, I have to remember which sheet is which. What are you? You are not H. I need H1. I think H1 is one of the bigger ones. Isn't it? Which one was H? H. Are you H? Are you H? You are H. Oh, H1 is like... Oh, okay, we're pulling out the big wall. We're putting out the entire wall here. How does the model look so far, Eggert? Pretty decent. I'll have to... Again, I have other pieces built. I don't want to, like, move them around too much because I don't... Oh, no! See... I don't want to move them around too much because I don't want them to, like, get caught on stuff and break. I tried to pick up the train to show you just now, and a wheel fell off. There we go, see? How did the wheel fall off? Where did it fall off from? How did this fall? Okay, there it is. Oh my god, how did this fall out? See, this is... I'm blaming Kuro for this. I'm blaming Kuro for... Ugh. I have to put this wheel back on, and this is Kuro's fault. You had the audacity to ask how things were going. There's your answer. That's your answer. Also in the countryside and Egger is my only entertainment. What do you mean your only entertainment? If you can access me, you can access the rest of the entire internet. You have, surely if you have access to Egg, you have access to many other forms of entertainment. I think I remember linking a set from this company before in the past. Yeah, I mean, I've had this specific set. I got it as a birthday present like a few years ago. And I wanted to do it on stream, but I was like, I need the proper setup for it, and I had the proper setup. Behold, only have access to the Eggy net. This is the only Twitch streamer. I'm so honored to be the only Twitch streamer ever. Okay, now we need H1 B6. B was the. B wasn't A. I think B was the other small one, wasn't it? Was B the gray one? No, it's B. What was B? No, C is the one with the colors on it. This is not B. This is G. What's B? There's not that many of these! How do I have all the letters? 21 million viewers. All mine. All mine. This is not B. This is also... This is not B. It has barely anything left. I think we've used all the pieces. This is G. Notably known for not being B. This is E. Also close, but no, not B. This is not B. Is this B? No, this is I. I don't think we've touched this one yet. B, the one on the floor is F. Is this B? No, this is D. Is B the no? What is this one? Is this B? No, it's J. Oh! Turns out there was another one in the box. Whoops. Okay. Oops. 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 Hello. NiceEggy. Hello. B can be substituted for G. Suspicious. Okay, what do we need? B16. I remember last time a whole bunch of you were like, oh, I feel like I'm playing, like I'm listening to you. Is B16? Yeah. Either you were like, oh, I feel like I'm listening to you like play Battleship, and I'm like, I feel like you guys need to like all set up like Battleship boards. And then like every time I call a number, someone's gonna be like, ah, you sunk my Battleship. What are the other boats in Battleship? I forget. It's been a really long time since I played Battleship. Yeah, okay, it looks like I need to pop... Yeah, I definitely need to pop out B17. It's gonna ask for that later. Or bingo. Well, no, because bingo only has a few letters, right? There's no, like, F in bingo. Unless you are employing some very creative spelling. Or some other language's phonetics. Oh, wait, is this not... No, wait, hold on. I'm confused. Hold on. I am confused. Hold on. Is this supposed to look like this? Is this B16? I'm confused. Oh, wait, hold on a second. No, B6... Oh, okay, so B16, I thought B16 was like this inner piece, and I'm like, what a strange piece with strange cutouts to use for stairs. No, B16 is like this really thin outline that is going to be very difficult to pop out without breaking. Ooh. 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 Ugh. Help me, yeah. I don't know, I might switch the music soon. I don't know, I'm realizing how difficult it is to talk on top of Beatles! It's fun, but it's really difficult to talk over. I don't know, maybe I'm just like bad, because I like being able to hear my music while I'm streaming, right? Like, I don't want to mute it in my own ears. But also, like, I don't know, there's some music I just have trouble talking over. I don't know how Bodega does it. I feel like every time I go into Bodega stream, she's like playing like the loudest thing I've ever heard, and she's just like talking over it like it's nothing. Maybe I'm just like too picky. Maybe I'm whiny and entitled, and I'm like, excuse me, you're going to listen to my voice. Excuse me, be quiet when I'm talking. Excuse me. Oh, it's usually quiet on my end. I know, but it's like, there's certain kinds of music that are harder. Like, I feel like something that's like really upbeat. Like, if you put on like super fast, like, dance music, even if it's quiet, I feel like I still couldn't talk over it. Okay, so this goes here, B16. We'll have to glue it down. Oh, and we also need E29 and E28. Okay. We know which one is E. Pick this up before. But yeah, it's your stream. I want to hear the egg. The egg! I mean, I'm assuming you guys are all here to hear the egg. Should I make it quieter for the viewers? Can you hear me clearly? I mean, yeah, I hear you clearly when you stream. I just don't know how you manage to talk over it without going insane. But again, also, maybe I'm just like whiny baby. I realized recently, I was looking at like my recent tweets, and I'm like looking at how many tweets start with the sentence, ooh. Ooh. I wish Oomp's audio balance was better. Am I Oomph? Are we talking about me, or are we talking about an Oomph? Another Oomph who is not in the room right now. E28, E29. Oh, here, I see E29. Oh, here they are. There's a lot to ooh about. I know, but like, I don't want to be complaint streamer. And this in itself is a complaint. This in itself is a complaint. I'm complaint streamer. Complaints VTuber. All I do is be complaints eggy. I don't want to be complaints eggy. I'm NiceEggy. I could complain about a lot of things, but I have to actively choose not to. Yeah, I usually have my system audio at 50%, so Eggy's always on the quieter end for me. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, maybe I'm just like easily driven insane by things that are not the exact correct volume that they should be. Beatles. Okay, now where do I... Okay, so this goes along here. So this doesn't go directly onto this line here. Glue that. I put it on the floor. Did I put it in the box? Did I? No, I put it on the right side of this table. Okay. But yeah. You have to ban me from complaining. No complaints. Sorry, I'm locking in. Maybe that's how I can complain less. If I just lock in. I don't know. I don't want to lock in too much, though. That was one of the things I was oohing about today, is like, I want to do knitting streams, because I know some people ask for them. But on the other hand, I'm also like, all the projects that I want to do are all like, I can only describe them as lock-in projects, because they're the kind of projects where like, you need to make sure that you have the correct amount of stitches at all times. and having to constantly stop to count stitches is like a massive impediment to yapping and streamability. I guess it's a bit like having to play a video game that's like a lock. You know, I guess there's like lock-in video games, right? Where it's like, okay, the only way to have a good time with this is to like focus, and that is like antithetical to how people generally act when streaming. Okay, so then, how does this work? Like this? I'm confused. Hold on. Oh, wait. Hold on. This can't be that difficult. This can't- oh, wait, hold on. Did I solve the puzzle? No, I did not. Hold on. Like this? This bottom part supposed to be completely covered. Ah, here we go. Ah! Okay, now I can glue it on. Now that I actually figure out which way this goes. Yeah, I feel like crocheting might be more stream-friendly than knitting. See, you're probably right, but that involves knowing how to crochet, which I do not. I tried to learn to crochet on stream once, and I think it's something I maybe need to learn to do outside of stream first. Because it is, trying to learn something on stream is like, I don't know, I guess if you don't stream, you don't realize just like how much of your brain, I guess it's a bit like a computer, right? Where it's like, okay, things that you might be able to run without streaming, sometimes you can't stream, right? Because sometimes your computer just like isn't equipped for that, right? And that's how I've been thinking about it, is just like, okay, there are things that I can do very easily off stream, but if you ask me to do them like while live, I can't. It just doesn't work. Because like something about being live just like takes up a certain amount of space in your brain, right? And like no matter how naturally you can stream and talk for a long time without running out of things to say, it still takes up brain processing power, right? That usually would be going towards something else, right? I try to learn it with EGGY grandma watching. I don't know. I don't think my grandma really crochets that much. I think she knows how because she has too many crocheting supplies around to not know how. So I know she probably knows how, but I don't think she's done it in a very long time. But yeah. Also, good evening, Punk Asian. Turn it into a door bit. Hey, eggplants, can you count how many stitches there are? Well, because like a lot of times it's like you'll have patterns. We'll be like, okay, knit 10 stitches, then do this thing for 2 stitches, then knit 10 more stitches. And if you get the number of stitches wrong, the entire project falls apart. Your hat will be lopsided, your thing will break, nothing is good, nothing will work. Okay, C8, C10. C is the thinner color pants. Okay. Oh, yeah, these are the signs. Okay, so C8. The song makes no sense and even better when you hear it covered by a Japanese person. What? Beatles! Kuro, you have to click the link I already shared. But yeah. I get drawing too much attention away from tasks. Well, yeah, it's like also too how like, you know, usually when you have a streamer who's like an artist or something and they're like, I want to lock in and be like doing productive things. Usually it's a silent stream, right? I think the idea of doing things while talking, being like, I'm gonna accomplish the things I set out to do today while talking to chat, that's like a fantasy. That's a fantasy. Nobody can do that. It's not possible. I don't believe in it. It's just, that's... I don't know. I've never been a productivity calls person. Like, I know I would have friends that would, like, go into Discord calls, and then we'll be like, yeah, we'll work on whatever it is we're working on while in the call. And I'm like, I can't do that. I can't do it. I mean, I can socialize, or I can talk to my friends, or I can do the thing that I said I wanted to do. Like, you can't do both. You can't do both.
That's right.
It's impossible. If anything, it's like, no, this is just an excuse to hang out with my friends, which I wanted to do anyway. Productivity calls work for me, but the talking has to be in intervals. Yeah, I think it also depends on what you're trying to be productive with. Because, like, drawing, yeah, awesome, easy. But, like, I remember, like, trying to do productivity calls while, like, trying to do, like, recordings for stuff, and it's like, no, you can't record while talking, just, like, by definition. Like... Like, it depends on the level of needed attention. Yeah, and especially for anything else, like writing or... Like, I don't know, sewing I could probably do. Writing, definitely not. Okay, what do we have next? So C8, C10, we got those. So now we need C20 and D14. Okay. C20, C14. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna switch to a different song. To different music. Enough Beatles! We're good. Hold on, is this too loud? That should be okay. Probably. Where on earth did you get Hello Kitty keycaps? It's a whole Hello Kitty keyboard, actually. I got it, like 5 years ago when I got this computer and I wanted a cute keyboard. I'm kind of mad they released a Gudetama keyboard, like a few months after I got the Hello Kitty one. I was like, man. C20. What are you, C20? Oh no, C20 is like the little guy flowers. They just need one C20 and D14. Okay. Did I sink anyone else's battleship? Here we go. Yeah. You can get a variety of stuff on the net if you look hard enough for it. Yeah, I think there's been like a lot of Sanrio keycaps. I feel like it's been a pretty common one. Also, good evening, Remy, and good evening, Yataraka. Never learned how to play Mahjong. The information is out there, I just refuse to access it. I don't know. To be fair, I'm the same with some things. I don't know, I was thinking the other day, because I remember a while back we had this conversation, right? About, like, the idea of, like, you shouldn't avoid watching or playing certain things because of the fandom. And how I'm like, yeah, generally I just... If the fandom sucks, I just ignore it. But then I remembered, I was thinking recently, I'm like, you know... As much as I say that, as much as I'm like, oh yeah, don't just let the fandom dictate how you feel about something. And then I had the thought where I'm like, you know what? I actually have never watched the movie Perfect Blue. And a solid chunk of that is just because I get really, really annoyed when, like, something will be in the news. Like, something bad will happen to a Japanese idol, and people start treating it like a documentary. I don't know, that bothered me enough that I have, to this day, not watched Perfect Blue. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's me. Maybe I am also not immune to this. Okay, here we go. D9, D23. I know there's also, like, a whole bunch of stuff that we popped out at the beginning and we have not used yet, so let's see. D9. This is D9? Yes. Every idol endures this. Perhaps not. Well, I don't know, it's that and, I've seen people do the same thing with Oshi no Ko. I don't know, I think maybe it's just because it's also, because it's, like, it's anime, and, you know, like, there's a whole world out there in Japan outside of anime, you know? Like... You know, these things are based on things that happen in real life, but also they are, at the end of the day, fiction. Maybe don't form your entire idea of something based on, like, 2 anime. Yeah. It does get that bad. Again, but the thing is, like, fame is bad and difficult is not, like, something that's, like, it's not a concept that's unique to Japan in terms of, like, stories, right? Okay, what am I looking at? D9. How does this work? So D9 goes, like, here. And it's the same on both sides, so it doesn't really matter. So D9 goes, like, here, and then... Is this really D23? This doesn't look like the piece. I think I popped out the wrong piece. Hold on. Oh, that was D33. That explains why it doesn't look anything like the piece in the picture. D23. It looks like a little ladder. Ah, here we go. I was gonna say, it looks like a ladder. Found it. Yeah, not close to Japan, but then with Korea, take it to the extreme. See, that's where I'm like, that's where I get kind of, because I think there's a tendency of like, I don't know, I see this in the way some people talk about like K-pop, where it's like, oh, how could they treat their young idols like this, unlike we in the West, who always treat our young celebrities with the maximum amount of respect and privacy. Like, I don't know, I just, I think sometimes it is just like a thing foreign, right? But there's also former idols in their 50s who still get in variety TV circuit, or former idols who are just living a happy life outside of the spotlight. Bad end isn't a guarantee. Yeah, well, it's like, everyone's circumstances are different, right? E23. Okay, so this gets placed on here. Okay, and then we start building on with the stuff that we had before. Okay. Okay, I'll start by gluing this stuff on. Yeah, Sina on a phase was in Korean Idol Train, talk about how hungry she always was to keep the figure and the weight right. Yeah, I mean, I think it's even worse now than when I was into K-pop. I don't know, it seems like the trend now, because like when I was into K-pop, it was like, okay, people were skinny, but like, not to the degree they are now. Things are getting a little weird now, I think. Yeah, Japan just has more things more in the open. But I think it's more, to me, it's more just like, if you want to find out about, you know, the dark side of the idol industry, there are more than enough real-life sources about that. You don't need to go and consult a horror anime movie, you know? Here we go. That's one. Okay. Then we have to try to put the fan on. Which we know! What fell apart? Something fell apart. I just saw 2 things fall out of a thing and now I'm scared. Oh wait, no, these were extra pieces, I think. I think we're okay. We're okay, we're okay, we're okay. I think they just got stuck inside the fan. Okay, we're good, we're alive, everything is fine. Okay. I think? Yeah, we're good. It's fine. These things won't show anyway. Okay, then we glue this, hold on. We glue this here? Feels like a weird spot to glue it, because there's nothing really supporting it. It feels like a kind of a heavy piece to have glued on, rather than, like, stuck in. I guess that's the way it is? I guess that's the way it is. Aren't paparazzi a big issue there in the West? Yeah, I mean, I think it's also too, when it comes to Western celebrities, is that like everything here is bigger, right? Just because by nature of like the English language entertainment industry just being bigger than that of other languages, right? Like the ceiling is much higher, right? I guess compared to like J-pop and K-pop, right? Yeah. But yeah, again, I think paparazzi are probably a little. I think the thing is, paparazzi is like a phenomenon that existed entirely because social media hadn't been invented yet. And I think now that social media has been invented, we now have like some new problems to deal with. You know, one thing I think that's really funny is like, I remember back like when social media was like a new thing, when they were like, oh, look at this website. The celebrities are all using it. You can hear what they have to think about things straight from the horse's mouth, right? Like, we're not, you don't have to be hearing it from a magazine or anything. Hear it straight from them. And then nowadays I feel like it's the opposite. It's like, I never want to know what any celebrity thinks about anything ever. Like, I don't know. I don't care. I would like to know less about every single celebrity that I've ever heard of. I think we would all be better off if everybody knew less. The air of mystique is completely obliterated. It's gone. I just automatically assume every celebrity is a bad person. I don't know. I feel like the, like, good person to terrible person ratio is probably about the same as it is anywhere else, I think. Right? Like, I wouldn't imagine the average Hollywood celebrity is any worse than, like, the average, like, software developer or something, right? Probably maybe, like, bigger egos, because that's how arts and entertainment works, but I don't know. I don't think I would, like, just assume that everyone's a bad person. Alright. B10, B11, B10, B11. Okay. This is going through B9. Did I accidentally pop out B10, B11? I feel like that's something I would have done. Where's... Oh, this is D. What am I looking at? Okay, good news for me. It looks like B10 and B11 are still safely here intact. Okay. Yeah, this made me appreciate that Japanese voice actors usually keep their social media posts to, I played this game, or I hung out with this other voice actor, or I went to this event and thank you for coming, rather than throwing their innermost thoughts out there. I mean, I feel like some people still do. That seems to be a huge issue for musicians for some reason. But, I don't know, I think maybe it's also now that we've hit a point where, like, because I feel like a lot of weird things happened in the early days of social media when people were first discovering, like, oh, this is what this thing can be used for, and, like, this is what we can get away with. B9, hold on. So I feel like nowadays, it's probably also, too, that, like, you know, people who manage famous people are probably have, like, a better awareness of, like, okay, this is how... Here's the thing you could say, and here's how it will go badly for you, and why you should not, under any circumstances, say it. Okay, what is it? So it's B10 and then B11. Is B10 the shorter one? What's the difference here? No, B10 is the longer one. Okay. So it's facing outwards this way. Kojima tweets about all the burgers he eats. Well, it's like, I don't know, every so often, you know how every so often somebody will just, like, bring up, like, an absolutely insane tweet from, like, 2011 or something, and it's like, yeah, I can't believe people used to just, like, say things. Really just used to go on the internet and say things. Never seen one of those? Hello. Hello, not John Stamos. Where's the log? It's this one. Wait, hold on a second. Hold on a second. This is B9. Yeah, this is correct. Am I foolish? Hold on. No, this is correct. Oh, I just need to have 2 B11s. Okay, that's why. I was confused. I was like, there's 5 holes, and yet they only asked for 4 things. Curious. Then again, my feed is filled with Uma Musume. Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, again, it's one of those things where people will just bring it up every once in a while. My feed at this point, I don't know. I feel like I've been posting on my side account more often than my main account, but I think, to be fair, I also have no idea what to post on my main account because, like, every time I'm like, maybe I'll retweet something relevant to my interests, and my entire feed is just, like, cats. Like, I can't even retweet, like, a frilly dress or something. It just doesn't give me that on my main account. I'm just like, oops, all meow meows, which, like, I'm not complaining about, but unfortunately, meow meows are not related to my content. We need 2 B11s. Not that I think it really matters because B10 and B11, they're so close together in size that I'm like, I don't think it's gonna make a huge difference. Like, it's not like there's like a second piece that's trying to fit in here. I feel like had done this with tweezers. Although I don't think that would have helped much. Here we go. Things relevant to your followers and your streams, perhaps? I wish it would give me some of that. I don't know. I have to... I don't know. I feel like sometimes... Okay, hold on. So B9... hold on. Turns out... Oh, thank God, okay. Because it turns out there is a difference between B10 and B11. Here we go. Turns out there is a reason we were doing this. Make it fit in here somehow. Here we go. Okay. There we go. C. Then, okay, then we go. Oh, I see. And then we glue I3 onto the top here. Lovely. Okay. Yeah. Though even Uwu has a boring Twitter account. I mean, not everybody's gonna be equally good at tweeting, right? It's a skill. This is I. What? Hold on. Do you see how difficult it is to read the letters on this thing? Like, what are we looking at? This is I. Which one is this that we need? I3. I not 3. I much older than that. Okay. Oh, I see. And we put it on top of this. On top of here. I see. Okay. Yeah, learning about how Hightower had to be euthanized on the track still makes me sad. Sorry for laughing. I'm just like, no more depressing topics. Enough. We are building a cute train set. We will not be sad and depressed during the EGGY stream. We will do that on our own time. Just do some tweets about the Nintendo Direct that you may or may not have seen because I missed the beginning of stream. I did see the Nintendo Direct, and my only thoughts are there's no Ace Attorney 7. That's my only thought. I was trying to remember something else from the Direct that I was excited for, and I couldn't because all I could think about was how there wasn't Ace Attorney 7. I might... I need to... Did I break it? Well, I guess it's a good thing to give you extras. This is B10. This was... Yeah, B10. This is D. I wonder if I'm finding what I'm looking for. I'll need to pull out another B10. Ooh! Am I the only one here on YouTube? I sure hope not. I see there are several others. If you are the only one, then you'll oh no, I just realized maybe I shouldn't be, like, crushing the... Oh no. They don't give you extras of the I ones. I don't want to crush... I should be careful not to, like, crush the, Don't crush the rooftops. There we go. I don't know. I guess I can always glue it in place if it sucks. Yeah. They don't have Shu Takumi writing and directing. I'm perfectly fine with no Ace Attorney 7. I mean, the thing is he came back for Great Ace Attorney, right? So, like, I feel like it's not off the table. It's not off the table. Or they might find, like, another writer. I'm sure there's gotta be another guy. I think the one thing I think I have enough of, though, is I think we're good for new characters. I think we have enough main characters. I know inevitably they'll probably add new people, because they always do for every new game, right? But, like, a new prosecutor, that's fine. That's normal. We don't need any new defense attorneys. We have 3. And a bajillion assistants, and I think that's enough. That's enough. We're good. You know? We had Phoenix, okay? The first guy, makes sense. We had Apollo, second guy, yeah, okay, that's fine. New generation, okay. We don't need any more. There are enough of them. There's enough of them. We have Athena, we have 3. That's a good number. That's a good number of that's a good number of Ace Attorney protagonists to have. I think any more is, like, just pure greed and excess. I know someone can argue, oh, what about Great Ace Attorney? It's like, okay, that's different. Same with investigations. Like, I mean, I guess Edgeworth was an existing character, so it's not like it was, like, new. But yes, there was nothing wrong. We don't need any new defense attorneys. We have enough defense attorneys. And they're all fine. Actually, you know what? Okay. Apollo who? I think we can probably also, we can sideline Apollo. I like Apollo. I just think enough things have happened to him. I just think, Apollo doesn't need to suffer anymore. He's had enough things happen to him in his life. I think we can let him chill. We can let him have a rest. He's had, like, 3 backstories now. It's fine. It's fine. Can we get some more prosecution attorneys? Oh, you want, like, more investigations? Also, has anyone seen Detective Gumshoe? I'd like to hear from him every once in a while, assuming he didn't, like, die of starvation or something. D32. Can we at least get, like, a hint of Franziska von Karma? I'd like to hear from her as well. If that's okay. Because, like, a lot of these characters, it's not like they've forgotten about them, because they still show up in merch and stuff all the time. D6. They just, like, don't show up in the games for whatever reason. Gumshoe probably fell into a ditch somewhere waiting for someone to notice. He's been in there for, like... 2009? He's been there for like over 15 years. He's been in the ditch for that long. Okay. E32. Okay, oh, we need 2 D12s. D12, 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 D12. D12, ah, these guys. Oh, hello, real time. Good evening. Good evening. I am NiceEggy for those who are new. Can we get a shout out actually? I am NiceEggy. Or is it real time? Oh my god, I'm so far away from the screen. I'm hoping I'm saying the name correctly. I am trying to see the letters. Hold on. Yes, okay. I said it correctly. We're good. We're good. Okay. I was scared. I'm like sitting like on a table far away from my computer. I'm like trying to squint to look at what's on the screen. But yes, thank you for the raid. I am NiceEggy. For those who are not familiar, I am Nice, and I am an Eggy. And right now I am putting together a miniature train set. We got part of it going so far. This is not my first time streaming this, so I have like other pieces that I have completed, such as this. And also this like river part. It will get put all together into one big thing, but we're not there yet. Yes. And also I'm complaining about the lack of Ace Attorney in the new Switch. Nintendo Direct. I mean, I guess it is sort of Switch Direct. Nintendo Direct. There was no Ace Attorney, or there was not a satisfactory amount of Ace Attorney. And I am dissatisfied about it. Okay, hold on, how does this work? So this goes here. And what holes are these things going into? Okay, here. No, that can't be right. That doesn't fit. Is it this one? Yeah. Okay, there we go. That makes more sense. Is it? No, it doesn't. Hold on. So it goes like this. This side up. No, I'm doing... Well, hold on. No, I was doing it right? Yeah, I guess this is the way it should be. Okay. Oh, Deltarune! You know what? I just realized I got so mad about the lack of Ace Attorney 7 that I totally forgot about Deltarune. I'm sorry, Toby Fox. I won't let it happen again. Oh yeah, Deltarune this month. Eggy drink water? Okay. Yeah, if you made a tweet about it, I can see the algo pushing it to everyone also thirsty for a new game. Well, no, because everything that people could say about that has already been said. I saw somebody be like, I need Ace Attorney 7 or I'm gonna hit Phoenix Wright with my car, and then everybody tweeting afterwards about hitting Phoenix Wright with their car, which, like, I mean, given Phoenix's track record, he would probably survive with, like, mild bruising, but... Yeah, you're all caught up on Deltarune, right? Yes, last year I streamed the most recent chapter, or at least, you know, what was the most recent chapter at the time. And I intend to continue doing so. When does it come out? The 24th? What day of the week is that? It's not a weekend, is it? It's like the middle of the week. I need to watch a trailer again. Everyone's like, oh, it's so anime. Why is it... I don't know why people are surprised to find out that Toby Fox likes anime. I don't know why this is a surprise to so many people, but it keeps happening. Okay, and then this is... facing outwards. Stuck in like this. Okay. Yeah. Real-time raid, hello! Hello, stragglers of the raid. Welcome to the NiceEggy stream, where we generally try to be nice and good. See, this is why I'm so, like, I try not to be complaining on stream, because I am NiceEggy. I've committed to being nice and good. I feel like it's like somehow false advertising if I am mean and bad. We have this. Okay, I'm a little confused as to how this works. So is this a completely separate piece? Oh, okay, so this will build into this. Okay, so this I have put off to the side. I have to pop out a whole bunch more. D18. D18. Here we go. Viewers, I'll quickly go into the other room. Surely a streamer will not suddenly raid while I'm elsewhere. Classic. I don't know, some people fall asleep. I too have, you know, gone to eat dinner and come back to a completely different streamer. I've seen some people who will, like, fall asleep in front of their computer and it'll just be left running for, like, 8 hours and they'll come back and it's, like, 4 raids later. Okay, so D18 and D5. D5. Who among us has not done that? I don't know, actually, no. I haven't fallen asleep at my computer, but I've definitely, like, gone for dinner and then come back. And it's like, oops. Sure don't know who that streamer is. Yeah, reconstructing raid chains is fun. Yeah, trying to figure out, like, where did you come from? How did we get here? It's like, I don't know, sometimes I wonder, I'm like, you know how there's, like, that thing about how, like, everyone is, like, a certain number of, was it, like, a certain number of, oh, what do they call it? Like, when you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody, points of contact or something? Like, everyone is, like, less than 6 points of contact away from, like, a famous person, right? And I'm like, it's like that with raids. Is everyone just, like, you know, 3 raids? Is there, like, a streamer that everyone raids? Like, is everyone 3 raids away from a specific streamer? 6 degrees of separation. Yeah! Degrees of separation. Is it like that with raids? Like, is everyone just, like, perpetually, like, 7 raids away from Iron Mouse or something? I don't know, though, because, like, raids, I guess, I feel like people generally raid within certain parameters, though, right? Like, I don't see a lot of VTubers raiding into non-VTubers. Although sometimes I will see it happen the other way around. And, like, yeah, it makes sense. Like, obviously you want to raid into somebody that, like, you think that the people who are watching are going to enjoy, but everyone is 6 raids away from EGGY. True! E34. Okay. Yeah, I did see a connection web a while back. I mean, that wouldn't surprise me. I mean, also, too, I guess people tend to raid. Well, the thing is, though, like, people tend to raid people that they know, but, like, not exclusively, right? Like, most of the time when I raid somebody I know, but sometimes, like, you know, everybody I know is offline, and then I'll be like, hey guys, taking recommendations. So then, technically, I'm raiding into somebody that, like, somebody else knows of, which is not quite the same thing. Not quite the same thing. I know EGGY from Walvis. Ah! Nice and good. I know he has also rated me. He has also rated me. Or you raid the same game you were playing. Yeah, but, like, I feel like people who play the same game are more likely to kind of be in the same, like, community, right? Not necessarily, not always, but, like, if someone is playing Zhong, when I Zhong, I get a fair amount of raids from people who are also playing Zhong. D31. D31. flat board. Ah, here we go. I like making new connections between communities. It turns out people will vibe with the raidie. The raidie. Well, I don't know. There's a lot of VTubers in the world. And one person cannot know of all of them. And you will find a new one every day. And some days that VTuber will be NiceEggy. Okay, what are we looking at? D31. Okay. Across here. I've gotten like 5 gift subs this week to people I've never seen. Yeah, well, isn't like gift subs, maybe you saw them like once? Because I feel like I've also definitely gotten gift subs to people that I have not heard of, but I'm like, okay, maybe I like watched them once, like through a raid or something. And then I just forgot. It happens. Okay, so D31. And how does this fit together? Nah! Okay, lesson learned. Don't grab this by the rooftop. This rooftop I might have to glue on because, like, I just don't trust it. I don't trust this rooftop to stay in place. I'm worried if I shake this thing around too much, it's just gonna, like, snap off again. Like, I'll put the whole thing together, and I'll be like, wow, look how beautiful my finished product is. And then the thing will just fall off. D20, okay. Yeah, I've gotten like 5 gift subs this week to people I've never seen. I feel like I've gotten pretty lucky with gift subs lately. I got 4 in the span of 10 hours. Wow! You know, though, for Twitch, I feel like it's different, because gift subs exist on YouTube. Has anyone ever received a gift sub to anybody on YouTube? It has not happened to me a single time. Like, I will be in chat, and I will not be subscribed. Like, I will not be a paid member. And then somebody will drop, like, 100 gift subs, and I do get hit with 0 of them. And sometimes I wonder, too. Sometimes I'll, like, see somebody, like, buy enough subs for everybody in the chat to be subbed, and somehow it still doesn't hit me. And I'm like, come on, guys. Like, maybe it prioritizes. I've heard that for sometimes it, like, prioritizes, like, it will prioritize people who have watched less. I guess with the idea of, helping them to come back, like, convincing them to come back, like, hey, you're subscribed now. Don't you want to look at this channel again? I've gotten a gift sub on YouTube once. Congratulations, you are the only person alive. How does it feel? How does it feel to be the only person alive? I'm a little confused where this is going. To be honest, I'm not entirely sure what I'm building here. This goes on top of here? Oh, it's backwards, okay. This? I'm unclear what this thing is supposed to be that I'm building right now. Yeah, if you have a brand account on YouTube, it won't target you. Also, brand accounts will never get gifted subs. Yeah, but I don't count as a brand, I don't think. At least not according to YouTube. My account isn't even monetized. I'm just some eggy. My account's not monetized. I'm some unprofitable egg. I mean, I guess I'm profitable in the sense that I will, but like even on my like side account, because like I also have a viewer account, and that one never gets hit either, and that one's even less profitable, even less of a brand account. Okay. So this, and then E24. I'm very unclear where this part is going. Yeah. Sub points get into partner plus come from people subbing themselves, and gifts don't count, so I guess it's better like gifts target randos. Otherwise, the regulars that would contribute sub points and not end up counting for monetization. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know, because like in my mind, I feel like the ideal person to hit would be someone who has come like once or twice, right? So it's not like a complete rando, but it's also like somebody who, you know, maybe might still be on the fence about giving money for this. And, you know, this is how you convince them. So I have to glue this like here? This? This barely needs glue. It's like already staying in place pretty well on its own. Yeah. I've also been unusually lucky on this side lately too. Interesting. Cause yeah, I don't think I've ever been hit with a YouTube gift sub. I'm trying to remember on YouTube, because I know on Twitch you can do this, where you can buy a sub for somebody specific. Like you can be like, I would like to buy 1 sub and, you know, gift the sub to this specific person. I don't remember if you can do that on YouTube. Because I know you can do it on Twitch. I don't remember if you can do it on YouTube. I don't know. YouTube is, I don't know, I guess a little weird about specific things. I still don't like the way YouTube raids work. I understand why they work that way, but I just think that like having to whitelist channels kind of negates the point of raids, I guess. Okay, and we're back to these guys, which we made earlier. Here we go. Okay. Oh, I see. Oh, is this a window? It's a window? Oh. Hold on. This seems like it's going to be very difficult to insert without breaking it, though. Okay, so... looks like we insert one of them like this. Like sort of tilted towards the outside. I guess like the window's open. This? Yeah. Twitch as a streaming platform, YouTube as a streaming platform is weird in general. What do you mean you need to generate a separate page with your own URL per stream? Again, I've said it many times before. This is, for those who are frequent EGGY viewers, this will be a broken record moment. But I feel like YouTube streaming is weird because it's like, YouTube streams are essentially just YouTube videos that don't exist yet, right? Like, it's a YouTube video that's being made in real time, as opposed to, like, a live event, right? And I think that this, like, bleeds into lots of things on YouTube. Like, yeah, how you need, like, thumbnails and, oh, I'm grabbing the doors. That's not a door. Where are the other doors? There we go. Yeah, like, things like how, yeah, everything needs like a thumbnail and a title beforehand. And yeah. YouTube actually does have a persistent link for the latest stream. It's just not well known. Yeah, and I could use it if I wanted to, but I just don't like to. Because I think the other thing too is I feel like YouTube streams kind of developed originally as like a side thing. Like the idea is that you'd have like a YouTuber, right, who makes normal YouTube videos, right, that are like pre-made and uploaded, and then every so often they might have like, you know, a live stream, you know, as like to celebrate something, or like a Q&A or that kind of thing, right? Like I feel like that was originally what YouTube streams were used for. Whereas I feel like trying to use it for only streaming, or for like streaming as like the main form of content, I feel like that's where it gets kind of wonky. Nah, I knocked this over again. It's flat. How is it still falling off? This is like my one sticking point with this kit, is just this roof. Or lack of sticking point, because it won't stay in place. Okay. Okay, so we got these windows. Still don't feel like they're pushed in enough, but that's fine. Nah. It also doesn't feel like an interactive community-based page, if that makes sense. Well, yeah, again, I've complained about this many times as well, is that YouTube streaming honestly feels to me kind of lonely, right? Because, like, yes, obviously you have a chat, right? And you can redirect into other streamers, but you need to have like 1,000 subscribers to be able to be allowed to do that. Which I think completely negates the point of having that kind of system there in the first place, but... Alright, what am I looking at? E38 and B25, okay. Yeah, whitelisting is a configuration option, but you can allow for anyone to raid into you. Yeah, because I feel like that makes more sense, because actually I'm pretty sure in order to be rated into, I think you also need 1,000 followers. Because I ran into that last year, because I had participated in an event that Nyaru was running, and it was like a karaoke relay type thing, right? And at the end of everyone's performance, like, we'd all raid into the next person, right? But the thing is that, like, I couldn't actually do an official redirect. I just had to, like, drop the link for the next person's stream in my chat. Because I was not able to do that. I was not allowed. Okay, B25. Oh, okay, it's all the same. Awesome. I just need to not break any of them. Yeah. You can be rated by anyone. I've been a redirect target before. Oh, okay. But I would like to be able to show egg. Hi, I'm Egg. Hello, I am Egg. Okay, which way? Okay, so this is facing inwards. Okay. But no, we're facing it backward. Oh, like this. I think. Hold on, no, hold on. So it's this face up. And it's the short bit forward. Okay. There we go, sorry. Lock-in moment. Eggy lock-in moment. Eggy lock-in moment. Man. I have concerns that I'm becoming boring. Not like as a streamer or that everyone's getting bored with me, but in the sense that sometimes I feel like I'm like, I will think about this. I will be at... Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, of course, and they don't make extras for this one. Did I just break this? Eggplants! I broke it! Oh wait, no, I didn't break it. Eggplants, I didn't break it! Yay! It was just upside down. Think? Oh no, eggplants I did break. Okay, I didn't break it, I just bent it. Okay. Why is this one so difficult? This is the right piece, right? Eggplant's getting whiplash. What's going on? I broke it. I didn't break it. I'm struggling. I don't know why. This is the right piece, right? This is each. Is it B25? Oh wait, no, it wasn't the right piece. That's why. That's why it wasn't working. So I broke that piece for nothing. Well, I didn't break it. I bent it. It's bent. It's not broken. It's not broken. It's not broken. It's not broken. Square peg, square hole. Well, no, more like rectangular peg, square hole. It goes in the square hole. Okay, this is the actual B25, so this should work a lot better. There we go. Oh, okay, there we go. That's much better. That's much better. I'm a little curious about where this is supposed to latch onto, though. Because, like, these guys don't jut out very far. Saw your crying emoji with Flare on in Hiragana. What's up there? Oh, yeah, my hit tweet on my side account. It was basically, so what he had written was it was a reply on one of Miyabi's posts. Because you know how, like, everyone's graduating. Not everybody, but, like, a lot, because the mass Hollow Stars exodus is kind of occurring, and he had written a, you know, just like a nice message on Miyabi's post. But the fact that, so hiragana, for those not familiar, Japanese has like 3 writing systems that are all kind of used in everyday language. So one of them is hiragana. Hiragana is kind of like the first one that you learn if you take Japanese classes, or even like Japanese children. This is the first one they learn at school as well. Then there's katakana, which is like a different phonetic one that's used for, you know, things like automatopoeia and loanwords and stuff. And then there's kanji, and everybody knows about kanji, right? So usually if you auto-translate, like if you write a tweet in English and then throw it through like some kind of machine translation, what the machine translation will give you will usually contain a form of all 3, right? But I noticed that his message only it was only in hiragana, so I'm like, I feel like this implies that he like wrote it himself, like in Japanese, instead of like trying to auto-translate, which I don't know. I just thought that was nice. That woman will never live down Lachey's video. Will haunt her forever. It's the square hole. It goes in the square hole. I like how it gets brought up every so often. Every so often, the square hole will become relevant again. Yeah, hiragana and katakana are syllables. Yes. So yeah, kana. Yes. So hiragana and katakana, they're both phonetic. They're just used for different things. So hiragana is used for, you know, some words, but also but also a lot of like grammar stuff, like miscellaneous grammar stuff. Katakana, I think, has more distinct usage in the sense that, yeah, it's like loanwords or automatopoeia or other such things where being able to write something phonetically is useful. And then kanji is kanji. Okay, so... Okay, then we stick this... Okay, so I guess all the parts we just put in there, I guess those are just... they're just... I was gonna be like, oh, they're just for show. They don't have any functional value, and then I remembered this is a model kit. Can you believe it? They just put it there because it looks good. There we go. Okay, it's a window. It's a window. That's what that is. That's what that is. I'm trying to keep these shutters in place. I don't like how they're flying about, but we will not mind that. Now that we have our window, we're back on this. We're back on this. Let's pop out some trees. What is this one? E. Oh! E! That's what that is. That's what that is. That's what that is. That's what this was that we built. Does it go? Is it facing up? No, it's facing down. It's like this. There we go. That's what that is. That's what it is. That's what it's for. That's what it does. That is its purpose. Okay, and then this, we... Oh, is this also glued on? I guess it's also glued on. Yeah, being able to read hiragana is sometimes fun when you read manga or watch anime. Yeah, it is pretty useful. Like I said, it's the first system of writing that people learn, both for like adult Japanese learners and for kids, which I think is interesting. Because sometimes, like, you know, being able to like learn a language as an adult, like the way they teach it is obviously different, right? Like, it's still very possible to like, you know, become proficient in a language as an adult. But, like, obviously the methods for teaching that are different, right? That's also why I've heard people say, like, reading books for small children in Japanese is not always the best reading practice. Because, like, there's a lot of things... Like, if you think about, like, children's books in English, right? There's a lot of things in a children's book in English that, like, you know, English-speaking children will understand, you know, very easily on the first try, but, you know, somebody who's not familiar with the English language, even if they're an adult, might struggle with a bit more. Okay, I'm gonna leave this flat because I don't trust this. I don't trust the glue to keep this up. This is way too heavy. I mean, maybe I just needed to put more glue, but, like, I don't trust this. I don't trust that this is gonna stay up. Okay, and then, but that's too bad for us because we need to put I4. Also, Wii Sports Fit Music is on and relevant. Are you excited for Switch Sports 2? Now with Thumb Wars? I mean, I am happy that boxing is coming back because that was my favorite on Wii Sports. I hope they kind of keep the music. I remember the Wii Sports boxing winning music. I remember really liking as a kid. Like, you win and it goes do 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 do. See, this is what I mean. Like, this is not enough glue. I don't know if I need to add more glue or less glue. I'm not sure if that was like it didn't dry enough or it dried too much. C21. I'm glad they added the Mii's back. I hate the avatars. I mean, I did like dressing them up. I did enjoy dressing them up. They're not quite as silly, though. The Mii's are quite silly. I liked Wii Sports Baseball, where the Mii's don't have legs, so they just run around the field like boing 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 boing. Boing 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 boing. It's silly. Okay. And we need P5 times 3. What is P5? In the context, within the context of this model set. P5, oh, these are like the metal, oh, they're like the metal hinges, okay. Did you know that Kana evolved from kanji? They might have mentioned it once or twice. Yes, I did know that. And it's, I mean, to be honest, it is kind of just a bit obvious just by, like, looking at both of them. For the right price, I'll surely be excited for Switch Sports 2. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know what game would have to put me over to buy a Switch 2. I'm sure one will eventually. I just haven't found it yet. Okay, so how many of these do I need? Oh, I only need P5 by 3 and P12 by 3. Are you P5 or are you P12? What's P12? need to look at the manual again. Hold on. So easy because they're all numbered on the sheets. Okay, what is P12? Okay, P12. Okay, P12 is like a little button. Oh, P12 is a screw. Okay. Where is it? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay, P12 is a screw, and P5. Okay, P5 is it's not a hinge, but it's like that corner piece. P2 is a screw. I am a little scared. P12 is a screw I'm a little scared because I do not see any screws around here. And I'm starting to wonder if I may have lost it. I will be quite cross. Oh, wait, hold on. Is it in here? Oh. Here we go. Found them. Found them. There we go. False alarm. I would have been quite cross if I lost that. Yeah. I basically got around 500 euros back. They had been overcharging me on my electricity bills like a week before when the Switch 2 launched. So I figured, like, why the hell not? Yeah, I think the problem here is, like, so the Canadian dollar is currently weaker than the American dollar, but a lot of the times video game publishers don't really, like, adjust the prices for Canada. Because it's Canada and, you know, it's all North America, right? So the problem is that, like, the Switch, every time people complain about the price of the Switch in the US, imagine that it's about $100 more dollars here. Yeah. Yeah, it's been way worse. Because, yeah, like, people are like, oh, $80 for a game. And I'm like, it's like 90 every... A Switch game is like $90 Canadian. I paid like $100 to play Tomodachi Life. Like, when it came with taxes and everything. Okay. Key 5 by 3. With a screw. Okay. Oh, it's in these little holes here. Okay. To try not. I'm very scared of losing these screws. I hope they have extras. Does it matter which direction? I guess not. Ugh. Hold on. Is it? Maybe. Because the holes are the same on each side. So this needs to be facing outwards. Okay, so it's like the four corners kind of hugging it. Okay. This will take lots of precision. Yeah, Japanese yen hasn't kept up with the rest of the global pricing like 30 years. Weak now. Yeah, I mean, Japanese yen, it's weaker than the Canadian dollar right now for sure. Although, I guess with the yen, it's like... They haven't experienced as much inflation. So on one hand, it means that, like, things cost less, but on the other hand, it also means everyone's still getting paid less. So... Because, yeah, I don't know. I guess Canada... I know our minimum wage is, like, significantly better than it is in the States. But the downside is that, like, our money is worth less, I guess. This is a little too... Why is it not? Can I make it tighter? Should it be tighter? I don't know how tight they want me to make this. I guess this is the tightest it will go. I guess when it's being put all together, it doesn't really matter if it's tight or loose, right? It's a box. We're making a box. Yeah. I basically use my Japanese Switch eShop account to get very affordable games every now and then. Copia for the equivalent of $50 USD? Yes, please. Isn't that why they made the, like, region-locked version? Was so that, like, Japan doesn't get, like, priced out of their own market? Like, I remember hearing about that. Because, yeah, that makes sense. Like, something that's, like, you know, expensive, but still sort of, you know, affordable in some countries is gonna be, like, completely unaffordable in others. Yeah. Hence the pushback on raising minimum wage in the US. Because, like, here, well, here, I don't know. There's still relatively, like, common... Because, like, what is, I'm trying to remember, what is minimum wage here where I live? I believe it's, like, $17 now. Like... It's definitely gone up. Like, even when I was... When I was in high school, I think it was, like, $16 and... No, it was much lower than that. No, I think it was, like, $12 when I was in high school. Now, mind you, this was, like, 10 years ago, so... I keep being like, wow, minimum wage, sir, went up really, really fast, and then I remember that it's been a decade since the first time I ever earned any wage at all. Wow, that went up so fast in only a few years, and it's like, it's been a decade. It's a decade. It's been a whole 10 years. You are old now. You went to Aquafit class last night. For a moment, I remember when I was like, when I was doing Aquafit last night, I had a moment where I was like, it felt like, I guess, you know when you like move your body in a certain way, like an arm or a leg? At one point I felt like I was worried I like hurt my elbow. It was fine. Like I woke up today and it was fine. Like there was no soreness or anything. But like at one point I was like, if I hurt my elbow during Aquafit, at the age I am right now, I'm like, I don't know how I'd tell everybody that news. I'm like, hey guys, I hurt my elbow during Aquafit, and everybody would be like, I'm sorry, how old are you again? Yeah, it's gonna go up near the end of the year too. Yeah, there's like pretty regular minimum wage increases, I think. Alright. So now we got this piece, which I'm assuming is gonna stay upright and not fall down. I'm afraid to shake it around a little too much. So we got this. We got this. We got this completed. What do we have at number 22? F50. Okay, we're pulling out another. Are you F15? You anything? No, you're 8. Actually, no, wait. Yes, this is F15. Okay, I popped it out earlier. Oh, I think I might have to actually pop this out too. Yeah, this... Hold on. How do I pop this out? Actually, I'll just pop this whole thing out, it's fine. Hey man, past 20, anything goes towards pulling a muscle. Past 20? Is the bar so low? Here in Belgium, they basically scale wages with inflation, so your buying power stays the same. Well, yeah, like ideally that should be how it works, right? We got this. And we gotta find D37. D37. There we go. Only one of them? Okay. Oh, it's a doorknob, I guess. I didn't break it, it's okay. Do not fret, I'm simply making noises. Is this way or maybe? Oh wait, no, it's supposed to be the other way. Oh, it's supposed to be the other way. You can pull a muscle anytime. It just gets worse as you go. I know. I didn't. To clarify, I did not pull a muscle at Aquafit. That did not happen. But for a second, I thought it might be. I'm not that old. I'm gonna have to like sub in the like Eggy grandma. I have like I have an elderly Eggy PNG tuber. I don't know if you guys remember that. I remember a few years ago for my birthday, I did like the old Eggy. It was like an elderly Eggy. Maybe I need to start pulling that one out more often. I haven't seen elderly Eggy. Yeah, I think when did I have elderly Eggy? Like 2023? And I think I've pulled her out a couple more times. I'll pull her out again sometime. Next time I'm feeling old. Preserved Eggy with pork. Hello, Kari. Yeah, next time I'm feeling elderly, I'll pull out the old Eggy. Just to clarify, I am not that old. This is gonna sound like cope, but I am in the grand scheme of things not that old. I guess I am old enough that teenagers would think I'm old, but they're teenagers, so it doesn't count. Okay, so we got... Oh, whoops, did I jump the gun? No. Nope, I did not jump the gun. I shot the gun at exactly the correct time. Hold on. D38 and 39. Okay. There should be like a door. These guys? D38 and 39. Humanity is as yet young. I don't know. I mean, there is a limit probably to how old people can be. I guess you're only old when you decide you're old. 38 and 39. They are on the sheet, right? Ah! I simply wasn't looking hard enough. There we go. Okay, I gotta pop all these pieces out. There we go. I'm sure these will be needed for something else later. Okay, then we got these like tiny doorknobs. No wonder they gave us 4 of them. Okay. Remember Stanley Cup? You were unspeakably ancient. What do you mean Stanley Cup? Like the thing that was trendy like 3 or so years ago? Oh! Do I even need to? Oh no! Do I need to glue this? I don't think I even need. Well, yeah, I probably should glue this a little bit. It slides right in though. I don't know why I'm so shocked about this. Me when the thing that is designed to fit together fits together. I remember playing Zelda Breath of the Wild as a teenager. I've told this story before. You guys all know this story. I mean, I guess there's people who are new who haven't heard it before. Last winter, I was working, like, a temporary job during the holidays. And I was talking to a coworker who was, like, you know, like, early 20s. And we were talking about video games, and at one point I mentioned Breath of the Wild. And she was like, oh, yeah, that was my boyfriend's favorite game as a kid. And I was like, what do you mean as a kid? I thought this was a new and relevant game. And then, yeah, we did the math on it, and, like, yeah, her boyfriend would have been, like, 12 or 13 at the time of the release of Breath of the Wild. It is weird to think, though, because lately I've been thinking, too, about, because, like, in, like, 2018, 2019, I worked at some, like, summer day camps, right? And lately I've been thinking, I'm like, man, the kids that I was, because usually, no, I wasn't always put with the older kids groups, but usually I preferred working with the older kids. So yeah, they were like 8 to 10, 8 to 12 years old maybe. And I realize now that like out of the kids, like especially for like summer of like 2016, right? Like some of those kids, actually all of those kids, all of the kids that would have been 8 to 12 years old in summer of 2016 are either about to start post-secondary or they've just graduated. Unless they're like doing... There are kids that I was supervising in 2016 at a summer camp who are now old enough to start thinking about if they need to start doing their masters. I don't like that. I don't like that. Like, I know the passage of time will continue regardless of what I think about it, but don't care for that. Okay, J1? J1. Is J1? I think J is... Oh, is J1 like the clear window pieces? Where did I put that? Of course it's a clear one, that's why I can't find it. You J? No, you are a plastic bag. This looks like it's supposed to be a window, so there's no way it's not the clear piece. But... how do you find the clear pieces? Not the wavy one, the other one. Nah. My dad loved Ocarina of Time when he was a kid. There are children who are old enough to say that. In fact, like, I don't know, kids with like millennial parents, yeah. Like, yeah, maybe young people today aren't like having as many kids as maybe in the past, but like there are some people who are like, you know, under the age of 40 who would have played Ocarina of Time as a child. No, seriously, where did I put this sheet? I remember I definitely saw it earlier because I said, okay, this is important, I shouldn't lose it, and then you'll never guess what happened after that. I remember playing Ocarina of Time as a kid. Ocarina of Time 2026. I mean, there are people, I think, here who probably played it on the, what was it, the 3DS for the first remake? Kids that started school when COVID was in swing have mostly finished primary school by now, perhaps. Oh, sometimes I think about it too in the sense of like, okay, if a child was born in the exact moment that a thing happened, like, how old, what would they be doing right now? So I think about like, you know, a kid who was born in March of 2020 would now be in grade 1. They would now be in grade 1. Maybe kindergarten. Kindergarten or grade 1. Like, that's why I keep thinking sometimes. I'm like, you know, a kid born when the Nintendo Switch launched. How old would they be now? Definitely old enough to play the Nintendo Switch. That's how old. It's gonna be like, I'm gonna be like sitting on it the whole time or something. There's only so many places it could be. I saw it when I took it out of the box. Did it go under the keyboard? No. Did it go under here? No. I've moved this thing around a lot while making this, so I feel like I would have noticed if I did. Star Fox now has more remakes than Wave Race has games. Didn't really see a second remake of Ocarina of Time coming, sure, but I did not see that coming for Star Fox 64. I don't have an opinion on Star Fox. I don't know lots of things about Star Fox. I don't know enough about Star Fox to have an opinion on Star Fox. Ugh. I'm getting increasingly annoyed. This is increasingly embarrassing on my part. Did I move it somewhere? Did it fall under the desk mat? There's only so many places it can be! Yeah, Star Fox 64 was my first video game ever? I don't know, that sounds like it's a better experience for you. What was my first video game ever? I think my first video game ever was like some kind of like shovelware nonsense based on a movie I had seen recently for the Nintendo DS. I think that was my first video game now that I think of it. I don't know if that was the first video game I ever played. Probably not, but it was definitely the first video game I ever owned. Right in front of me the entire time. Maybe it's like static electricity clinging onto something. Maybe I don't know. I definitely saw it earlier when I was pulling everything out. Did I put it back in the box? No, but I found this, which is risky. No, it's not in the box, so it's definitely out of the box. As are most things. Where is it? It was here earlier. I saw it earlier. I looked at it and I thought I will need this later, and then I don't remember what I did with it after that. Yeah. I think Yoshi's Island SNES was my first. That or Jungle Book SNES. Super Mario Bros. Gaming. Yoshi's Island. See, yeah, all of you got like proper video games. That's your first game. You know what the other thing too is that the reason why that was my first video game was because my mom was like, okay, when I was a kid, my mom was like, okay, if you want a Nintendo DS, you can save up for it. So I did. But then she's like, I'll buy you one game. And I think she completely underestimated how much the average DS game cost. Because she's like, I'll buy you a game that's under $20. And like most of the things at the time that were worth playing, right? They were all like somewhere in the $30 to $50 range, right? So like all the stuff that was like, you know, less than $20. It was either stuff, well actually it was either stuff that was on clearance that nobody else wanted, or it was like, you know, I guess secondhand things, but I didn't know where to look at the time. Yeah, it was all shovelware. So yeah, that's why it was that game. that was my the first ever video game I ever owned. And then low-key, the second game I ever owned was like a High School Musical rhythm game for the DS, and I think that one was, I mean, it was definitely better than the first one. It was very easy though. I remember even as a kid being surprised at how quickly I beat it. When was the first, I'm trying to remember when was the first time I got like an actual like proper video game. Like not shovelware, like, you know, something that's a video game on purpose. Was it Mario Party? It might have been Mario Party DS. Sorry, I'm gonna like adjust this. There we go. Yeah, it might have been Mario Party DS, I think. And it wasn't even mine. It wasn't even technically mine. It was actually my sister's. And then later I got Super Princess Peach. But I think by that time, the window for learning how to be good at platformers, I think, had kind of already closed. I did have Yoshi's Island DS though. And then I played both of the DS Zeldas. And then I got a Wii. So I guess maybe Wii Sports, out of like proper console games, I guess Wii Sports was technically my first ever video game. But like there has to have been by that point, surely there probably was some other games I had played, right? Like either at like a friend's house. I seem to have some memory of being in like some like kids play area. I don't remember if it was at IKEA or if it was at like some shopping mall, and there was like a bunch of, I'm gonna assume based on the time they were either N64s or GameCubes. I didn't know the difference at the time, so there was a bunch of video game consoles that had Mario Kart. And I remember playing Mario Kart on those. And I think I was playing as like Baby Mario or something. Or Baby Peach. They had a lot of characters. Maybe it was the GameCube. IKEA has a kids play area? Yeah. Yeah, always has. I don't know if it still does. I haven't checked, but I know at least when I was a kid, IKEA would have like it was like a supervised kids play area where like parents could like drop off their kids and go shopping and then pick them up later. And you know, the different IKEAs had different ones. Like I remember some of them had like this like forest theme, and like there would be like play structures and they were all like, you know, shaped like trees and stuff. And the other ones were more normal. I remember going to one with a ball pit. Some of them had like coloring pages, some of them had like TVs that would have movies playing, some of them had like video game consoles. Most of them had some kind of space to run around. Yeah, it was fun. $5 says either lawsuits or abuse for free daycare killed it. Well, I just, also maybe just the market for that is smaller. Like, the amount of people who are going to IKEA and don't want their kids around is just smaller because people just aren't going to IKEA with their kids. Or I don't know, maybe the kids are all interested in furniture now. They're all interested in interior decor. And that's why there's no kids play areas anymore, because they all want to go into the normal store. Nah! Yeah, I remember playing Smash at the demo consoles in Walmart. Yeah, I'm trying to remember if I ever played on anything on a demo console, because I definitely remember seeing them. But I don't think I ever played on one. But seriously, where is this? Oh! I found it. Found it. There we go. We're all good. We're all good. Yeah, J1. Okay, J1. There we go. Is there a layer of plastic on top, I think? Remove the film of J1 before sampling. Ah, okay. So yeah, there is a film. Yeah, so much Guitar Hero then. Yeah, I don't think I ever... I definitely watched other people play Guitar Hero, because I think I had older cousins at the time. I think I only tried it myself, like, once, and I was really bad at it, so I didn't do it again. Yeah. No, I don't know. As a kid, like, again, my first console was, like, the Wii. I'm old enough that it could have been the GameCube. But I don't know. I guess at the time I just was not interested. I was simply not interested. Well, it's not like I wasn't interested. I guess I was just like under the impression like video games are for boys. So I just like never bothered to check up on them. Was there more film on this side? Oh, here's a fun one. What? Are we gonna be old? Are we all gonna collectively be old now? Haven't we been old enough tonight? Haven't we been elderly enough? Haven't we acknowledged the passage of time enough? So... does this go behind? Oh, this goes behind. Ah, this goes behind. Ah, behind the window. Okay. When the GameCube came out, my, I think, uncle didn't know there was a game console with it or what a game console was. He just knew that there was a tiny circle with the computer trays that fit the same mini CDs. So it turns out the X-Men game he bought himself did not run on Windows. Wait, did he actually, like, put the CD, like the GameCube CD, into the computer? I don't know. I know, like, wasn't it in, like, past generations, like, really weird things would happen if you tried to, like, run... I know somebody when I was in elementary school who said they got, like... I think there was an Xbox game to run on a PlayStation. Or maybe it's the other way around. Either way, they, like... They, like, put the wrong game into the wrong console. And it somehow ran for, like, 5 minutes until it crashed. I don't remember which game it was, though. I just remember, and like also he could have just been lying. That is a perfectly reasonable thing to believe. Okay. Got that. D36. That shouldn't be possible. Like I said, there is like a non-zero chance that the person who told me this was just straight up lying to my face. Extremely plausible. Oh, and D30. Maybe I played music like a CD, that's about it. Again, what I was told is that you got to the title screen and that was it, then it crashed. But also, like, I don't know, wasn't like, what was it, the PlayStation... There's some, I don't know, there was some PlayStation that was known for doing weird things. Wait, is the holes... Hold on. Over here? Ah, here we go. That makes more sense. The PS3 with a Blu-ray player? No, I think it was an older one, I think. So, oh. For the first time here, pushing things in to like the full possible extent is not the play. Ugh. Oh, this will be a little tough, I think. Actually, wait a second. Wouldn't it make more sense to... I'm going about this all wrong. Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, it makes more sense to do this first than to try to, like, slip it in. Okay. Cute hands. Ah, konnichiwa, konbanwa, patamon-san. Hold on, how do I... I don't know how to make the angles work yet. Bleh. Yeah, I don't think because all games... Nice, you can't see me. Whoa. I don't know, I'm still trying to figure out, like, what angle works best for hand cam streams. Because, like, I'm worried that I'm doing everything off camera, but also, like, if I try... I'm trying to figure out a camera angle where I can both do things comfortably and also it's still a hand cam. And not like a everything else cam. Have you ever needed to buy a gift for any kids? Not yet. It's gonna happen someday, but not yet. Again, passage of time Eggy moment last year. I was talking to a friend who, this was before she got married. She got married later last year. But yeah, when she was preparing for her wedding, she's like, yeah, maybe in like, you know, 3 years or so, I'll start thinking of having kids. And I'm like, 3 years? Isn't that a little soon? And she's like, in 3 years, I'll be 30. And I'm like, oh, right, yeah. Time. time. D25. Oh, we already popped that out somehow. Is this D25? No, it doesn't look like it. What was D25? D25 was this. And I popped it out probably by accident, but I'm trying to remember what it was. Oh, it's this. Here we go. Is this D25? No. This is most definitely not. See, it's moments like this where I'm like, okay, I'm just like searching for something off camera. Here we go. This is probably D25. This is not D25. Where's D25? I think I might have popped it out by accident. Where is D25? It's not here. It's not anywhere on the table. But it's not in the thing. It's somewhere. Not here. Ah! Under the keyboard? Oh, maybe. No, I need to get way better about, like, keeping things when I'm not using them, like, in order. Nope. I thought maybe it was this. But, like, this doesn't look like the diagram. Let me pop out D7. No, I shouldn't pop out D17 in the meantime, because I know I'm gonna lose it. Would this be D20? No, it absolutely could not be. Oh. Here we go. Found it. This is the one. Here we go. This is the one. I shouldn't slam it down on the table too hard. Now I'll pop out a few of these. Okay. Oh, kitty keyboard is rare. I've never seen one before. 5年前買いました ?5 年前ぐらい。ごめん。5年ぐらい。2021年でした。思う。Nipper's Doko. Oh, here we go. I'm going to eat lunch. See you later. Hirugohan. Tanoshinde kudasai. Hello, YouTube chat. They're greeting each other. YouTube chat, say hi to Twitch chat. I looked at age suggestions with a semi-learning skew. Then Mickey's working for that last couple of years. That's nice. Oh, I think you guys are off. I was not paying attention. Cause yeah, I know it's gonna happen someday. I will have to buy a gift for a child, but I am not quite at that point in my life yet. In a few years, probably. Although, I mean, I guess, I don't know. For the first few years, I feel like, of a kid's life, the gifts aren't really for the kid. They're for, like, the parent to use taking care of the kid, right? Like, out of the things that you give at, like, say, like, a baby shower, right? Usually those aren't, like, they're things for the kid in the sense of, like, yeah, here, give them, like, a blanket, or, like, you know, bottles and such, where it's like, okay, I guess that is for the kid, but, like, the kid is not really gonna enjoy it because they're not really gonna know a life without it, you know? It's not like the kid has their own interest in, like, yes, I would like this specific kind of blanket, you know? Put this in... I put this on the wrong way, didn't I? The long side should be facing the other way. Very cool. Okay. Oh, dearest YouTube chat, I send you this missive. The long campaign has separated us for far too long. To see you one day soon. Do I need to start shipping you guys? YouTube chat and Twitch chat is my OTP. Do people still say OTP? Oh my god. Do people still say OTP? Is there any youths in the chat who can weigh in on this? Do people still say OTP? I just realized. Sometimes, rarely. Oh no! They don't, do they? I just realized, I'm like, despite the fact that like everyone nowadays is talking about shipping all the time, I have not heard the word OTP in several years now that I think of it. I think OTP got superseded in meaning to one-time pad in multi-factor code. Sorry. Well, okay, that sounds like a niche usage for that. Yeah, because it used to just be like OTPs used to just be like a default name for like a ship you like. Do we just I guess people still say ships. Do people just say ships now? Has shipping culture gone poly? Yeah, there's no longer one true pairing. There's many true pairings. Yeah, I still say ship all the time. Yeah, I feel like people just say ships instead of like OTPs. Maybe people just aren't committed anymore. Because I guess like OTP, that's like one true pairing, right? So that like implies that you are like committed to this pairing in some way, right? Like in the same way of saying like one singular person is your Oshi, right? It's like, this is my one true pairing, this is my favorite. And I don't know, maybe people just don't commit so as hard these days. They might not even say ship that often. Oh, I guess pairing is like a common one I hear too. But no, I still feel like I hear ships a lot. But yeah, no one's saying OTP. All right, we need C9, which will be glued on in D16. Ham raid! Oh, hello, Big Ham! Good evening. Good evening. I am working my way through this. I hope it stays together because I'm concerned about the structural viability of some of this. But yes, good evening. How was your stream? Can we get shout out? Because I know there are mods. There's at least one mod in the chat here. Good evening. It's a me. Evening. Alright. I am NiceEggy, for those who are unfamiliar. I am NiceEggy. I am nice, and I am an Eggy. And right now, I'm building a miniature kit. And this is, I mean, I have more than this so far. This is like my third stream working on this. I have more than this so far. But, this is, I think, what I've gotten done, like, tonight. I don't know. What time is it right now? It's like 10:30? 10:33, yeah. And maybe I'll finish this. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I don't believe you. What, that I'm nice or that I'm an Eggy? Do you think I'm lying about both things somehow? Looking really nice. Love the AC. Thank you. The AC is really cute. Yeah. Again, I think my main gripe with this is I'm a little concerned about because like this whole like window bit and this is like glued on and I'm scared it's gonna fall off. I don't trust it to stay on. But yeah, no, this is like the third stream of this though. I started this a few weeks ago. But also, this is like my first time putting together something like this, so it's probably not the cleanest. Like, you look at like all this glue that is just like along the sides now. It's not the cleanest work, but it is. I feel like it's nicely designed enough that even if it's not super cleanly done, the end result will still look nice. What am I looking for? No, C9, right. I bet it's a conflicting definition of an eggy. Be like, no, you're nice, but, now are you an eggy? Is a different question. I may be imagining patterns over time, but I think it's possible shipping language has moved from mostly verb over to noun. AXB is my favorite ship instead of I ship AXB. I'm not in that world though, mind saying. I think you're onto something, but I feel like it's actually... I think it's the other way around, actually. Because I feel like nowadays I don't hear people say like... Yeah, I feel like I hear people say like, I ship this, or like, you know, DNI if you ship this, right? So I feel, again, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong, but I feel like it's actually the other way around. I feel like shipping used to be, like, ship used to be more of a noun, and now it's more of a verb. Okay. D13, D16, C9. We're good. We're good, we're good. Oh, we got a G4. We got a little meow meow. We gotta pop out the meow meow. Oh god, hold on. I was gonna pop it out all at once. I'm like, oh, that tail is delicate looking. Okay. Ew. 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 I think the most recent thing I've seen is I block all Leon ships, even the ones I draw. Wait, which Leon? Which Leon? I made this mistake the other day. Somebody was talking about Leon, and I thought they were talking about, like, Leon Kennedy. And then it turns out they were talking about Leon Danganronpa, and then I looked like a fool. Oh! Okay, so where does the arrow go? Oh, the arrow goes on the window. Ah, the arrow goes on the windowsill. Which hole, though? Look at this one. Ew. 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 I figure, how do I angle this to show you guys that there's an ew. 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 Ew, 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 ew. Kennedy. Yeah. But yeah, the point is, I don't think I hear a lot of people saying OTP nowadays. That just, like, fell out of fashion when I wasn't looking. Okay, C4, D3. Okay, now we're doing... more window shutters, but they're, like, different ones this time. One true egg. They don't know my one true pair. Yeah, well, like... No, you just missed this whole conversation, Beba. I think I still hear people saying ships, but people don't say OTP nowadays. Nobody says OTP anymore. I'm blaming commitment issues. Nobody can have one true pairing anymore. They have like 1 bajillion of them. Or they have one pairing, but it's not like true. They want to avoid ship wars, perhaps? I mean, yeah, but like, I don't think calling it OT... Because here's the thing, I feel like OTP was like a personal thing, right? It's like Oshi, right? Like, if I say that somebody is my Oshi, that doesn't mean they have to be your Oshi. I mean, that'd be great if they were, but like, you know, my Oshi and your Oshi are not like mutually exclusive categories, right? So, to me, that's how I saw OTP. Like, OTP saying one true pairing was like, not necessarily like a statement of like, this is how it should be, as much as it's like, maybe if it would conflict with another pairing, like maybe if you like, you know, character X and character Y, and then somebody else likes character X and character Z or something. Like, I could see that maybe. But like, I felt like OTP was like something that's like, this is my OTP. Like this, it's something personal to you. Maybe they don't write pairs like they used to. No, because I still see people shipping all the time. Like, I very rarely see pictures of Takumi that don't involve Eito, or pictures of Eito that don't involve Takumi somehow. People are absolutely still shipping. Nagito and who? Okay, there's a correct answer there. There's a correct answer there. People are multi-Oshi whores nowadays. Well, that's where the word Kami-Oshi comes in. You're Oshiest Oshi. C4, okay. C4? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. C4. I don't C4. Is it on another page? C3? C4. Oh, wait, no, it was already... Probably somewhere else. Oh, wait, no, these guys. That's what these are. That's probably what these are. Oh, yeah, these fit perfectly. That's what these are. I probably popped them out by accident. Yes. Twitch, please. She's looking for PC4, not the Splody. What do you mean the Splody? Boring. Well, like, I don't know. What are your ideas? There's like one person Komaeda shows interest in, okay? I feel like, I mean, any other ship, I guess, if you're thinking creatively enough. But if you're thinking within the realm of, like, what's plausible and what you don't have to, like, dig and dig and dig to come up with material for, there's, like, one answer there. But yeah, that's where the word Kami-Oshi comes in. I don't know, I think it's also interesting because I know when I listen to K-pop, I feel like K-pop fans still use this word. If there's any K-pop fans in the chat who are up to date with current words, please let me know. Do people still call their favorite idol their bias? Because I remember that was like a thing when I was into K-pop, was like, people would use the word bias kind of the same way that people into like VTubers and J-pop will use the word Oshi. Where it's like, it is your favorite idol. It is the idol you are biased towards. It is your bias. And like, again, people will use it in the same way that they will use Oshi, where it's like, I mean, I guess you don't really have your, like, Kami bias. I'm trying to remember if there was, like, any kind of, like, word that was a bit like Kami-Oshi. I feel like there wasn't. But, like, you would have, you know, this is my bias out of this group. Or, like, this is my female bias and my male bias, right? Yeah. I don't know if K-pop stans still use that language. It might. I feel like I've seen it once or twice, but maybe I'm just looking at, like, old people K-pop. Just curious on your answer. I don't do shipping myself. Again, I'm not really involved with it. I mean, I guess there's pairings I like, but I wouldn't say it's like, it doesn't, like, occupy my entire brain space the way it might for some other people. Because, like, I don't know, I feel like maybe the way I approach a lot of fictional characters is like, these are lab experiments. These are science experiments. You know? I am putting them in situations that are interesting. I'm putting that beast in a situation. You know, maybe that's kind of how I feel with Ato. It's like, he's interesting. I'm going to put that beast in a situation. Which I guess is the point of 100 Line, is just, you know, you got a group of like a dozen beasts and you're just putting them in situations, but still. More than anybody else, I think Ato is interesting when he's put in situations. Teru X Afterlife, I hate that guy. And the answer at the end of his trial. Meat on the bone! Meat the bone on! Meat on the bone! The bone, meat on the meat bone! On the bone, meat. On the bone. Okay. Oops, I did this backwards. No wonder the blinds kind of looked out of sorts. The on the meat bone, on the bone meat, meat on the bone, on the bone meat. I don't know. I'm looking forward to Danganronpa. Whatever the thing is. What is the thing they're making? Oh no. No, it doesn't work. Is this supposed to... Oh, wait, no, the flat side is supposed to be facing out. Never mind. I'm doing everything right, and I've never had a problem in my life. Okay. It is supposed to face outwards like that? With the flat... I guess that would make sense. It wouldn't make sense if this part was facing outwards, I guess. 2x2, Danganronpa 2x2. I'm looking forward to it. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I'm looking forward to it. I know some people were saying that it's like, I wonder if they're gonna take kind of like a 100-line route, or like it's like an alternate scenario where it's like, what if these things happen in a different order? Or like, what if this character died instead of this character? I think that's interesting. Assuming that that's what they're going to do with it. E30. Hi, Eggy in chat. Hello, Lakestorm. Good evening. E39, E39, E39. Ooh. Oof, ouch, owie, my knee. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna be so elderly when I get up after this stream. Oh, and I need C8. C18. Is it still on this sheet, or did I pop it out by accident already? C18. Popped it up by accident. Yeah, this is probably it. Yeah, this looks like it. Is it? Hold on. C18. Oh yeah, this is definitely C18. Okay. So apparently I need to bend... bend along the dashed lines. Here we go. Like this, like this. Okay. Yeah, I gotta do an Ato and... Oh, you're right. I do need to add Ato to my island. I'll have to add Ato, and I'll have to give him... I'll give him an ugly Takumi. 50... B6? B6... B7... I just realized what I'm saying out loud. We're going with it. B6, B7. B6, B7. B6, B7. A brand new scenario, different victims, culprits, and tricks. This new scenario contains just as much gameplay as the original. Let's go! No, I'm excited, I'm excited. I know some people are like, okay, you know... Because, like, I mean, I guess there's some characters that, like, it's like, man, it would have been nice if they would have lived longer, and I guess now we get to actually find out what happens if they do. Okay, hold on, how does this work? So, this is facing this way, and E7 is passed through this. Okay. Don't break, don't break, don't break. I don't think they gave us extras of these. Please don't break. I want to see Fat Togami make it to the end. I don't know who I want to see. I like Ibuki. Personally, big fan of Ibuki. Will she make it to the end this time? I have no idea. I think maybe they're gonna try to give the characters who died early on. I mean, spoilers for anybody who hasn't played Danganronpa 2. I'm thinking maybe somebody like Mahiru, or what was her name? The dancer girl, That didn't happen. Hyoko. Like, characters like that like, died a little too early on before they could really get proper development. I'm assuming that they're gonna try to keep those guys around a little longer. I don't know. What if Nagito Komaeda died frame 1? But we gotta keep Minimaru. Somehow. I'm trying to think of who I'm like... I want more Ibuki. I like Ibuki. I like... Interesting what they're... I don't know what they're gonna do with Chiaki, actually. But... I don't know. More Komaeda in the year of our Lord, whatever year it is when this game comes out. Oh, I'm foolish. Eggplants, I am foolish. Ugh, eggplants, I'm foolish. Oh god, eggplants, I'm so foolish. Oh man, I hope I don't break these things while taking them out. Eggplants, I'm foolish. What happened? I was supposed to stick this thing through... I was supposed to stick the pegs through this thing and then on top of this thing. Oh no, eggplants! 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 Foolish, feeble, feeble. You know, just because I'm taking a break from Zelda doesn't mean that I can't still be feeble. You know, there's always gonna be another way to be feeble. Is there just Twitch chat? No, there is also YouTube chat. Haha, eggplants. Hello. You are all eggplants, because I am egg. Behold. Load your save state. What, you didn't save? I'm speedrunning. Okay, so the real answer for what I have to do is take this and pass it through here. Which way is the short side supposed to face again? Has to be this way. Oh, I ran out of music. Hold on. There we go. Hi, YouTube. Hello, Punk Asian. I see you were already here on Twitch, but hello again. We can't rule out that she's an egg that got a human actor for one stream. I promise you these are real egg hands. I mean, I guess my official explanation that I've developed is that I am an egg girl. It's like a cat girl, like in the same way that like a cat girl is like a girl with cat features. Or like I guess the same would be for a cat boy, is like a boy with cat features. I am egg girl. I am girl with egg features. The explanation. Yes, the official explanation. The official explanation. Describe egg features. Eggs don't have features. Round. The colors of eggs. I don't know. I've always thought, I'm like, there is no reason that this would ever come up on stream. But I always thought, I'm like, I guess maybe as an egg I would bleed yellow. Because of like the yolk. And okay, then you just put B4 and B5 then. Ooh, so disgusting. Eggs are bleh. How do people eat boiled eggs? I mean, that sounds like a skill issue on your part. Soft-boiled eggs are yummy. Soft-boiled eggs are yummy and tasty. I can see why people don't like hard-boiled eggs. I'm not a huge fan of hard-boiled eggs either, but soft-boiled eggs are fun. But they're gag. Well, it sounds like a skill issue on your part. Skill issue. Eggs and a croissant. Hello, motionless poetry. I love the keyboard, by the way. Thank you. I've had it. This is the keyboard I've had since like the beginning. I guess it doesn't show up on stream very often. If your yolk is a mouse ball, you've overcooked it. Well, like, I don't think it even needs to be that hard. Like, when I was a kid, my mom would make, hard-boiled eggs, and I didn't like hard-boiled eggs because, like, she'd overcook them just a little bit. You know how, like, when you overcook a hard-boiled egg, the, outside of the yolk has this, like, kind of a grayish tinge to it? So I didn't like hard-boiled eggs for the longest time. Because I thought it was... I'm like, why is it gray? It's not supposed to be gray. And like, I was right, but... Okay. So we got this in order. And then we need... B15 and D20. Yeah, boiled might not be for you then. I've ARFID, so I barely try stuff, especially eggs. Understandable. Tastes like nothing, just like tofu. Yeah, I mean, I guess, well, the thing is with tofu is, like, the whole point of tofu is that you make it taste like other things, right? Like, I like to marinate my tofu when I have tofu. If I have the time, I like to, like, marinate it for, like, a day or so. Because, like, tofu is good at, like, I guess, absorbing flavor. Probably even more so than meat. Oh, you can always do ramen eggs. Like the marinated ramen eggs. I do those when I have time too. They're like soft-boiled eggs, and then you like put them in the fridge, and you like marinate them in like soy sauce and mirin and stuff. And it's yummy and tasty. They taste like soy sauce and mirin. Those B15 and D21. 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 18, 19, 21. Eggy, drink water? You're probably right. I'm realizing how little water I've had all stream. My bottle's still mostly full. Are you supposed to store ramen eggs? Just in the fridge. Usually what I do is I will make like a batch of the marinade, and then I will make like, you know, 3-4 eggs, and then I will put the eggs, and I will just like leave them in the marinade. Until I'm done with it, I guess. Okay. B15, D20. Do I glue this together? Hold on. Oh, wait, yeah, I do glue this together. Sorry, I'm having like a... That's not very functional moment. I can't believe in this decorative thing, this thing is put here for decoration. Can you believe it? I'll like turn it into a vent. I said like, I don't like many foods, so I generally don't know what to do after college. I mean, as long as you're fed, it's fine, right? Like, as long as you're like getting the necessary nutrients. I mean, even I'm kind of eating I feel like I'm eating the same things every day lately. But like, I don't think that's really like I'm open to trying new things. It's more just like time. It turns out it's a lot easier when you eat the same thing all the time. It's a lot easier to choose what you're going to eat. So, here and here. Okay. Like, my breakfast, like, my dinners have been different every day. More or less. But I feel like my breakfasts, ever since I started working, my breakfasts and lunches have been almost exactly the same every day. There'll be slight variations sometimes, but it's been almost the exact same every day. Okay, awesome. This part is done. This, looking at the time... Oh goodness, okay, You know what? I think once again, I'm probably not going to finish this tonight. I'm looking at the time, and I'm looking at how much I have left to do. I'm thinking maybe I'll finish up this side of the... Yeah, I'll finish up this side here. Like this wall. And then we'll pack it up. Okay. P1 and P10. Oh goodness, we're getting into these. Oh no, these things! Is P10? P10 is a hard plastic. No. What is P10? Is it another screw? P1... P10. P10 is definitely not this. Am I missing something else? Did I lose another piece? I'm trying to see if I have anything that looks bad. Yeah. E10. Yeah. That's so cool, thank you. Yeah. Beans have high fiber. You know, I'm not really a beans person, actually, now that I think of it. I don't know, I like edamame. Does edamame count? Like, I'm okay with edamame. Edamame is tasty and yummy. I don't know, I don't care. I guess maybe it's more just like, I'm not a fan... Like, whenever possible, like, I don't know, I guess I'm not, like, averse to eating things that come from a can. Okay, P10. Is that P10? Hold on. The P10 here... Oh, the P10 is... wires? P10. Oh! Oh boy, we're getting into electricity. This is gonna be scary. This is gonna be scary. This will be scary. I'm scared. This is scary. I'm scary. Eggy, do you eat eggs? Everyone and their mother has already made the cannibal joke. Don't worry. I do have eggs sometimes. Soldering stream. Yeah, we're dragging electricity as a concept into this. Okay, so... diagram. Okay, so this is... Oh, wait, no, hold on. Do I pass this? Hold on, I'm a little confused. So, you have the hole here. Do I pass these? Do I pass it through this way? No. No, it's the other way. It's like a bell. Electricity is scary. Oh wait, no, it's... I say it's like a bell and I proceed to not follow my own instructions. Okay. So it's like this. I pass it through... Hold on. I'm comprehending. Okay, so I pass it through... hole here. Like this? Ah! Ah! I see, I understand. I understand. Here we go. Then... we put this... Oh, that's why we couldn't snap it in yet, because I need to pass this through this. Do I glue it down, though? Is this... Okay. This seems a little close to the door, but... No, this is correct. This is correct. Yeah, this is correct. Allegedly. Oh, Giss. Egg's evil twin. No, that's mean Eggy. Some nice Eggy. Oh yeah, we still have to... Oh, we still have to glue that thing on too. Okay. Okay, so this is... Oh, this is all glued. Okay, this is all glued. I was overthinking. I'm like, how do I snap this in? Okay, this is all glued. I need to grab that... What are we at? I6, okay. Was I6 the one I popped out by accident? Where's this one? Oh yeah, I6 is the one I popped out by accident. Here we go. I6 belongs here. Yeah, there we go. Glue that on. Yeah, Arfit is relatively new, but it's just so dehumanizing to me that I have to force myself to suffer for other people. But yeah, I mean, yeah, there has to be something else to cure it. It's like that for a lot of things too, though, isn't it? In terms of, like, you gotta slowly step on out. I think it's like that for other things as well, right? I haven't actually seen Backrooms yet, though. I'm hearing nothing but praise for it so far. I'm assuming statistically there's enough of you here, so at least one of you has to have seen it. I haven't seen it. I don't know, I'm like late to most movies. I'm not much of a movies person. I feel like I tend to like... I watch like one movie a year. And I guess maybe sometimes I'll rewatch that same movie. It was so good. It should have been an hour longer. Wait, is it shorter? All I know is the meme about how the director is only 20 years old. Like, I don't know why. It's like a really dumb meme of everyone just being like Backrooms director, what's his name? Something Parsons? He's only 20 years old. I don't know why, it just like... That one just gets me every time. He is 20 years... He's only 20 years old. The meme? Yeah, there was like a thing on Twitter of just like... I can't find any concrete examples. If someone can find a concrete example of this meme, of just like something like... just... I guess it's trying to like make it, like be a twist on like those like you know when there's like it's like he is the youngest person to have directed a movie this kind. He's only 20 years old. But people just like replacing it with other things. Apparently he turns 21 like really soon. So the meme is about to die, not due to lack of interest, but due to lack of factuality, I guess. Okay. So this is glued on. And I think this might be where we... well... This might be where we stop for tonight. Because, let's see, anything else I need to glue on? Oh, I guess I could glue on one more flower. C19. Yeah, I could do one more flower. Call it a night. Call it a night. Are you winning? Yes? Question mark? I'm certainly not losing. I'm certainly not losing. I'm still really scared of, like, when we actually have to, like, hook up these. Because right now, like, all the wires have just been, like, passing it through other stuff, right? I'm scared of what's gonna happen when I actually have to, like, hook up these wires to something. Scary, scary. I mean, I guess it can't be that bad because, like, if it was actually that dangerous, I feel like the kit would have, like, 9 billion warnings about it. But still, scary, scary, scary. Electricity, scary. I don't know, did your schools, like, I know some schools, it probably wasn't just my school. I remember my school having, like, this whole presentation. Like, the same way that some schools will do it for, like, drugs and stuff. Like, don't do drugs. Like, there was, like, a whole presentation my school had just about, like, don't mess around with the electricity. Which, I mean, I guess is important for kids to learn. I don't know, I think the electricity presentation scared me more than the drugs presentation. Like, I'm trying to remember, like, I guess maybe because, like, electricity is more common than drugs, I guess. Like, on a regular basis, you're more likely to be exposed to just electricity in the world compared to drugs, but, like, my high school's drug presentation, one of the fake people's name was Spike Spiegel. Considering I saw some people literally sticking objects in outlets, like, in middle school, needed that presentation. Yeah, but, like, I don't know, for us, I feel like we had a lot of presentations when I was in school, but it was all about stuff that was, like, outdated dangers. Like, I don't know, we had, like, a weirdly large amount of lessons about why you shouldn't play near train tracks, despite the fact that my school was not near train tracks. I don't think anybody I knew lived near train tracks. And also, we were all too heavily supervised. Our parents would probably not let us even go near train tracks, even if we wanted to. Like, I remember the train tracks one was, like, another thing that scared me so much. I don't know why we learned this. I don't know why we had, like, this much time devoted to train tracks, which was, like, a danger that, like, I guess exists, but we were not really running into on a regular basis. Like, I don't know, maybe I'd understand, like, maybe if you live in a city with, like, a subway system or some kind of, like, commuter rail system, but, like, my city where I grew up in didn't have any of that. It was just cars and buses. Like, yeah, electric fires are pretty common, I think. Yeah, because I'm trying to remember, like, I mean, I guess don't stick things in electric plugs. Yeah, I don't know, now that I think of it, I feel like the electricity stuff was also, like, outdated dangers. Because I remember one of, like, the big, like, stories that I remember stuck with me as a kid was, like, they talked about, like, this one girl who, like, was playing and then accidentally threw a ball over a fence, and, like, behind that fence was some kind of, like, electric generator plant thing. And then she went in to try and retrieve the ball, and then she got, like, electrocuted and, like, lost an arm or something. Which, again, this seems like an outdated danger for the time I was growing up in, because nobody I knew had, like, I didn't know many kids who were, like, played much further than, like, their front yard. Like, unless you lived right next to a power plant, I feel like this was not really an issue? Maybe for, like, old schools that have more trains, since the schools are from the 1800s. Yeah, but, like, the trains weren't part of the schools. I don't know, yeah, now that I think of it, I'm like, there was so much time as a kid that was spent on, like, rather outdated dangers. Like, don't play near train tracks, we don't really have any. Don't go into electrical generator plants. I don't think anybody I knew lived near one. Oh, and thank you to... Oh god, I can't see the name. Lahat? Oh god, no, hold on, I'll pull up. Oh, Fanatic Seeds, Fanatic. Thank you for sprouting, thank you for sprouting. Why would you go into the electricity generator area with live wires? I mean, I guess that was what they were trying to teach us about. I don't know. I also, looking back, I'm like, I don't like the way, because like the person in that story, like the kid in that story was like a real girl who existed. And looking back, I'm like, wow, I really don't like the way they talked about her. Because like, she survived. That was the thing. Like, she survived the accident, right? I think she lost like an arm and like, I think had some kind of like scarring, but like she survived, right? And like, they were not allowed to focus on that part, I guess, because then it might take away from the scared straight aspect of it. But like, she survived. As far as she's probably still alive. I don't know how old she'd be because I don't know how long ago it took place. But I remember they showed us a documentary about her, and they only showed us the first part. Because like the first part was about the accident, and then the second part was about how she recovered from the accident. But they couldn't like, they would stop the documentary after the first part because I guess her like recovering and finding joy in her life afterwards was just like not important. That just wasn't important. Like, we're gonna go sleep, so good night to everyone. Stream was really nice. Thank you for coming. Have a good sleep. Don't go into the asbestos factory for play, that's only for work. On the other hand, if they don't tell you then, anyone who moved later to an area that did have them wouldn't know about it. I guess, but I don't know. Maybe it's one of those things where I'm like, in my mind, maybe I was too rule-abiding as a kid. If I saw a thing that had a bajillion signs on it that said like, keep out, danger, don't touch that, don't go there, stay away, bye, goodbye, don't come in, I would simply just not go in there. But I guess that is not the opinion of many children. That sign can't stop me, I can't read. Also, I did not play outside. I did not play outside as a kid. And if I did, it was only in my backyard. I don't know if that was like more or less freedom than the average kid at the time had, but I was Book's child. I was too busy reading Lemony Snicket. But yes, an anonymous gifter gave them a tier 1 sub. I can't believe someone's username is just them. They gave them the Vague Post King. The Vague Post King. The anonymous Vague Post King. I saw somebody who made a Vague Post King me. Like, somebody on Twitter had made a Vague Post King me for their Tomodachi Life island. And they basically just got him to refer to basically every me on the island as someone. And then, like, he ends all his sentences with, but I can't tell you. So it's like, I would like to be friends with someone, but I can't tell you. Where's the gift to an anonymous gifter? I don't know! He's anonymous. Or they're anonymous. We don't even know if it's a guy. Maybe they're not anonymous. Maybe they're among us right now. Dun, 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 dun. This project is quickly. I had like a little hub to put my like spare pieces in, or like the finished parts, and it's quickly becoming too small. I guess if I stack the train on top and hope for the best. Yeah, I might just have to like put these out on the side on the table. Yeah, this is quickly outgrowing the amount of storage space I have. Speaking of, I heard the new Among Us show is surprisingly good. Didn't they get like a bajillion like big cartoon people on it? Like, didn't they get? I can't remember who it was, but I know they got some like big names on it, didn't they? Not for like voice actors, but for like writers, animators, etc. Ashley Johnson and Elijah Wood. Oh, so they also got big names for the voice actors. Okay, yeah, like I knew there was like a lot of there was big names on it. I just didn't know in what regard. I seem to remember some big famous animator person was doing something for it, but I can't remember who. Who was it? I forgot. Yeah. Large names, tiny budget. I mean, realistically speaking, it's Among Us. It's Among Us. Like, how much could they do? In terms of, like... I don't know. I just don't think I would look to Among Us for, like, Sakuga, you know? I just don't think that that's what people expect from Among Us. You know? He did some critically acclaimed anime series with an Infinity Train! Yes, I have not watched Infinity Train, but I've heard good things about Infinity Train. Ah, yes, that sounds familiar. Okay, that sounds familiar. Yeah. I never got around to watching it. I think it was kind of in, like, the generation of animation that happened, like, just after... Because, like, I was really into Steven Universe, Over the Garden Wall, Adventure Time. I guess kind of, like, stuff that was around in, like, 2015 to 2017-ish. But then I think once those kind of started ending, Gravity Falls, too. But I think once those started ending, then, like, the new stuff I just couldn't get as into. So, like, stuff like Owl House or, yeah, Infinity Train, Amphibia. I never got into that. I should rewatch Gravity Falls. Over the Garden Wall is fantastic. I know. I watch it every Halloween. I should rewatch Gravity Falls. I should really rewatch Gravity Falls. I think if we ever do, like, a watch-along, that's, like, one of the things I want to do is rewatch Gravity Falls, because it's been a long time, I think. Like, I was watching it... I wasn't around for when it started, but I was around for when it finished. Like, I was, like, up to date by the time the finale aired. But, yeah, I like Gravity Falls a lot. My animation nerd friend watches it every Halloween too. Is that a common thing? I mean, I guess it's one of those things where if you don't like horror movies, it's like, it's peak fall atmosphere. I know some people watch it on Thanksgiving as well, but it's very much like autumn atmosphere. So like, if you're like, I feel like I'm not a big fan of horror movies, so instead of watching horror movies on Halloween, that's what I watch. Like, it is comfortable. It is comfortable, but also a little bit spooky, and also it's extremely fall. It's like, it is the most autumn thing to ever exist, you know? Out of all things, I remember the Pumpkinhead guy carving a pumpkin the most. Yeah, that's one of the things people tend to remember. Personally, I'm a fan of the rock facts. But let's see who we can raid. We have to raid. I have to go to bed soon. And that's a rock fact. Actually, no, I think that's just like a regular fact. Let's see. Hello, Faye. Good evening, Faye. Showing up at the last second as soon as I say I'm going to raid. Let's see. We can't raid Kimmy because we just raided her the other day. Bloom is Doom. Kragi is Elderwing. Odessa is Minecrafting. No, we can raid Odessa. We can raid Odessa. We're gonna raid Odessa. We're gonna raid Odessa. We are going to raid Vampirate Odessa, who is Minecrafting. Digging a hole? In Minecraft. In Minecraft. Yeah. Yeah. Let me set up that raid. I hope I spelled that right. It is just 1D, right? Yes. Okay, I spelled that right. I spelled it right. What are we gonna do? What's our raid? What's our raid? What's our raid? Oh no, we need to think of a raid message. Meow. Yeah, we can do meow raid. That's fine. Meow raid. Meow. 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 Raid. That's just like a full sentence. But yes, I will be back eventually, either Monday or maybe even before that. We'll see. It depends how I feel on Friday. I keep saying I want to stream on Fridays, and this is true, but unfortunately, I'm also often very tired on Fridays. So we'll see how that shakes out. It hasn't shaken out very well for the past few weeks, but maybe this week will be different. What do you want to stream on Friday? Content? I don't know. I don't have a plan. Eggy, your last message you forgot. I don't know. If I stream, it will be live. It will be something. I don't know. It depends how I feel. But until then, I must tell you, too. I must say thank you for being here, and thank you for being nice and good, and thank you for having a nice and good time, and continue being nice and good, and have a good sleep, and goodbye. That's the wrong one.